Hi everyone! In this video I'll be making the legendary folkloric character known as Krampus. Also, this is a collaboration project that I'm doing with Anastasia, and I'll be linking her YouTube channel and her 2D counterpart to this project down below. She is an amazing artist and I implore you to check out her rendition of Krampus. After this video, of course. Now let's get on with it. The polymer clays that I'll be using in this sculpt will be SuperSculpey Beige, Kato Black, Kato Red, and Kato Translucent. I'll also be including a little bit of PREMO in white for teeth later. I'm mixing a couple of colors to achieve a certain shade of black that I want for the skin. I also find that when I mix SuperSculpey and Beige with other colors that are harder to condition, it eases the process along the way. So I'll just skip ahead to the end where I have the color all mixed together. Now that I have the color that I want, I'm just cutting it into a block and then shaping the undersculpt with tinfoil. Then I use a ball tool and a stone to vaguely map out where I want the facial features to be. And then I cover the foil with medical paper tape, but you can also use masking tape. I just prefer this because it has a bit more flex to it. Then I begin to cover it up with the black clay that I mixed earlier. During this process, I use my hands to smooth the clay on, but for places where my fingers can't reach, I use a variety of clay tools such as ball tools or silicone tools. I'm taking a little bit of red and black, mixing it and conditioning it to make the inside of the mouth. Here I'm taking a sheet of red clay and simply adding them to the horns. And I use a silicone tool to smooth down the edges. So I had to capture this moment because it was the moment in which I'm going along a project and I'm beginning to doubt myself. And I'm thinking, what did I get myself into? How am I going to get out of it? And this is sort of a motivation to keep going on with the project. So here I'm working on the brow line and I'm just taking strips of black clay and smoothing it on with a silicone tool. And then I roll out and taper some small strips of clay to be added to the sides of the mouth for expression lines. So I continue building the face and adding more clay to where I feel it's needed. I'm looking at 3 different reference photos and taking bits and pieces from each one. For the eyes, I decided to go with a goldenrod color and I'm applying it with a dry brush. And then I'm inserting a couple of glass cabochons. And after I'm done inserting the eyes, I'm building the brows up even more to give him more of an expressive look. And then also adding some bottom lids. And then I'm adding a couple of black strips to the base of the horns to give it a cleaner look. For the tongue I mixed translucent clay and a bit of red. And then I'm preparing the mouth to have the tongue inserted. I also prepare some cavities for the teeth. I mix translucent and white clay, roll it out into a snake, and then cut it up into little bits. To help secure the teeth in place, I'm using some liquid clay. And then once the teeth are done, I start working on the upper lip. And once I'm happy with that, I take some liquid clay and dab it onto the end of the tongue and then insert it into the mouth. And then I start working on the ears. Once I find that the ears are done, or that I'm just tired of working on them, I start making the beard, which I'm just making a bunch of little curlies for. So I slowed down the process here so you could see what I'm actually doing. So now I'm beginning to build up the chin and the beard areas. While I'm putting on the pieces of the beard, I'm also adding a little bit of liquid clay to each strand. And once that's done, I start adding texture to the horns with a needle tool. Since all the sculpting is done, I prepare it for baking. And I bake it for about 2 hours. Next, I'll be showing you guys how I varnish and finish off this piece. And I'm just going to remain quiet for the rest of the video and see you guys at the end. This Krampus is ready for hanging. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, give it a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you'd like to see the future videos. I'm also on Instagram at creeptwee. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!